Hey, I just wanted to share a little best practices technique I like to use when I'm doing all of my designs. And it's a fairly simple thing, but it does warrant a little bit of explanation. So essentially what it is this. I like to start everything at the beginning of my chain with a low cut filter, at the very least 20 hertz and say 24 dB roll off. And then I follow that at the end of the chain with the exact same thing. Well, the reason is a lot of digital files these days, there's a lot of sort of overproduced sounds and things where we add a lot of low end into sounds, and sounds have a lot of low end in them already at the beginning. So let's say we started with in our designs with a couple of things that already have a lot of low end in them. We're talking about filtering out sounds that are too low for us to hear, and certainly the frequencies are too low for us to really use. I'm talking about stuff that's even lower than subwoofer. But these frequencies sneak their way into our files, and then we don't hear them, so we don't realize the sort of damage they're doing to our processes or even to our equipment. So let's say I've got this sound here, and let's say it has, for example, something down in 30 hertz. Let's say I take this sound that's got 30 hertz in it, and I pitch it down an octave. Now that 30 hertz becomes 15, which is obviously way too low for us to use. So we don't even hear that, but it's doing damage to our processing chain. So I like to remove it here. And then these things here are all, sort of typical bigulating plugins that we might put in line to inflate something or make something sound bigger. So I like to end the chain or near the end of the chain, put the same thing in to filter out anything that's low end pollution that we may have induced into the sound while we're doing designs. And I like to put this not at the very end, but say before the reverb and before the limiter. And this prevents us from verbing frequencies that are just too low. And to be completely honest, you can make this frequency higher than 20 hertz. You can go 30, 40, whatever you think is best. Play around with it. But at the very least, we shouldn't be putting anything lower than 20 hertz into our design files. Okay, that's it. Pretty simple.